I think it's worse.
Yeah, I agree because that one's a built-in cantrip.
Right. So yeah, I don't know how many of
Okay,
these.
that I agree. Let's tone it down to a C. Um, decent trick, but a bit expensive for the set. Yeah. All right, next Woodland Patrol 2 in a green for a 3/2 Vigilance
I love this
Human
card.
Scout.
What is a 3/2 vigilance? Why is it a vigilance?
Yeah, I
Like,
It's
don't know.
when
not
is this?
super.
When is this coming up? Your opponent has a 1/1, and you're like, yes,
Maybe you're
vigilance.
supposed
I
to
can
Wolfkin
smash
Bond
and
this. I
block
don't
your
know.
1/1.
It means if they have something that doesn't they don't want to trade with the 3 power guy, this will always guarantee that it can trade with it, right? You can attack with it. They don't want to trade. They're going to take 3. They want to
That's
attack back.
true.
They can.
So it trades with their 2-drop or.
I wonder why R&D decided to put vigilance on it though.
I
Like,
know,
was
but
that the reason,
I
or
think it's like a joke.
It's good. Like flavorfully, it makes sense. It's a patrol. So,
that's
Yeah,
true.
they're
Patrols tend to have
vigilance. I know.
vigilance.
I like it.
Yeah. It's for
good
the combo
against-
with Tamio. What combo with Tamio? Oh, like you could attack with it
You'll
and then
damage
block
twice.
with it.
Damage on both.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
it's good against like Hongware, Mr. Captain. So like 2/3s that your opponent controls that they don't want to trade because they have relevant abilities.
Fruitbat says that this was made for equestrian skill. I mean, yeah, this is a natural target for equestrian skill. I think that card is a little underplayed, by the way. It's equestrian skill. Not that underplayed, but
You're probably right.
yeah. This is Noah, by the way. Yeah, I think the icon still says Aberdasher, but now we have a combination of Aberdasher and Noah Sandler.
We've melded.
Yes, we have melded them into a hive mind of limited players.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. Let's give this. I don't know. It's playable. It's a human. It has a keyword that's not very relevant, but let's give it a C, I guess.
I have C minus.
C minus, yeah. Playable, but
I'm cutting it a good amount.
Nothing special. Yeah. If you have good 3-drops, this gets cut really fast. Cool. All right. Well, there you go, chat. What do you think about green? Overall, especially in context, there's a lot. I'm looking at these ratings and I'm seeing a lot of build arounds. A lot of cards that are designed for the Delirium deck or for the Werewolves deck or, whatever.
What we could try to do is we could just try to go and take like an average rating for these colors, right? Since you have this.
We could. I could assign numerical values to those.
Yeah, and then just multiply it across by rarity because you have rarity there also. So then you have to assign rarity to a probability, assign a numeric value to the card, and then we can see how the colors match up.
You know what's better though?
What?
We can ask Twitch chat.
Ooh, for sure.
Yeah.
Because Twitch chat really knows what they're doing. All right, so Twitch chat, what do you think? A, B, C, D, or F for green? Frankly, I'm pretty happy about the balance on first glance. When I graded Shadows, I had a kind of instinctual feeling that blue was a little weak, and I think most people agreed with that.
Yeah.
As it happened, in this set, I don't think there's a color that's like obviously weaker. Blue might be that color, but I think that those two particular emerge cards are going to be so key to that archetype that blue is going to be pretty well played. What do you guys think?
No,
I haven't really thought of it yet. Good.
I mean, we do see we see only one pack of shadows, so we're gonna have to value whatever cards we can get from that pack. So obviously, the good delirium cards are we're not gonna get a lot of those. We're not gonna see a lot of clues. I don't know. I think that it seems very balanced to me, all the colors.
So chat seems a little cool on green. They've rated it an 8 or a C overall, compared to the other 4 colors, which all got Bs from chat. So chat was definitely feels green is the weakest color at this point, which is interesting to me.
Green was good in shadows.
It was good in shadows, yes. So we will have to see how this goes. All right. Well, we've gone through the 5 main colors. It's time to do some multicolors. Are you ready for some rares? Because boy, do I have some rares for you. Yeah. All right. Bloodhall Priest, 2 black red for a 4/4. Now, what I want to do when we're looking at these cards is consider them both as a first pick and also as like how good do they go in the archetype. like when I grade multicolor cards, I typically think about them in terms of would I first pick this, and grade them accordingly. Because I think, for instance, Altered Ego, obviously if you're in green blue, it's absurdly good, but you would probably first pick Lightning Axe over it, and there's other cards that you'd first pick over Altered Ego. So that kind of limited how high I would rate that card, even though it's like absurdly good in green blue. So yeah, I don't know. With this card, it's a 4 mana 4/4 with when it enters the battlefield or attacks. If you have no cards in hand, it deals 2 damage to target creature or player, and you can madness it for 1 black/red. If there was a murder in this pack, would you take it?
Yes. Murder.
What?
I take murder.
Okay, God, thank you.
Sorry, that was
Yeah, you'd
context.
snap take murder over this.
Easy.
Second question: would you take the green fight removal, not the instant speed one? I keep
Novels.
forgetting the name.
Prey upon?
Prey upon?
Not prey upon.
Clear shot?
Clear shot. Would you take clear shot over this?
I think so.
I think so too. How about prey
No,
upon?
I think I would take priest.
You think you'd take priest? Okay,
Yep.
so we kind of narrowed down then.
I think she's very good.
I think
this
yeah, because like if you're in black red, this is one of the best cards in your deck.
Yes.
But if you're not in black red, like if you're thinking about a first pick, this really narrows down what you can do. You're not going to be splashing this, probably. I don't know. I
might be slightly high on clear shot, which is kind of like why I would take clear shot over this. But this is definitely a very strong card.
Yeah.
It's very comparable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see clear shot over it. Maybe it depends on how good black red.
That's true. I
is.
think it's going to be strong though. It's like the only archetype that seems well situated to take advantage of discard outlets. Like none of the others seem like they take advantage of discard at all, and there's a lot of cards that really want to be discarded. So, why would you not splash for this? Well,
red when you splash black for this, yeah.
if
You could. There's not much fixing. I mean,
yeah, there's not a lot of fixing, so you'd be stretching your mana base to do it. Now, if you like happen to get what was the black red dual land from Shadows? Yeah, whatever that is, Cinder Barons, I think, right? Or was that from Battle for Zendikar? I don't know, whatever. If you had one of those, and maybe Evolving Wilds, or yeah, whatever the warp landscape. If you had like a couple different ways to fix, yeah, I'd do it. But
there's no wilds.
there's very very little fixing in this format. So like splashing becomes a shit ton harder.
Priest is kind of interesting on a splash because normally a card that's just like, well, it's a 4/4 for 4. Like you're not always going to get it on turn 4, and then it's not like really exciting if you get it late game. But if you get Priest late game, maybe you don't have cards in hand, so it actually gets better.
Right.
Yeah. That's really true.
And it's like I think the best part about if you're attacking, it deals 2 to a target creature. Like that's really really good. So it's like you want to play this card, but I just don't like first picking cards like this very often.
Yeah, and I think have no cards in hand, I don't think is that hard to get to.
Agreed, especially in a deck that's so much discard. There's so many discard outlets.
I mean, there are multiple cards in this format that let you just straight up discard your entire hand if you want.
Yeah.
Like obviously, you're probably not doing that, but if you have 3 lands in hand, one of the problems with the deck with this deck sometimes is you get a little flooded, and there's no way to get rid of those lands. But there's multiple cards that let you do that, so I don't know.
Yeah, I think the grade of this card really depends on just like your philosophy for
drafting
how
in general.
you grade like gold cards.
Exactly.
Because I can see this as high as A-
if you're in the deck. Holy
level.
crap! Yeah, if you're in the deck, it's an A-. But as a first pick, I think it's like a B or B-.
So yeah, in Shadows, I think that most people agreed that you were better off being speculative, right? You want to stay open, and you take cards that would let you draft whatever deck you could. So if you open the speculative card, you take it to see what you get. Here, if that holds true here, maybe that's still worth taking the blood hole. I feel like the clear shot is actually still so good that I don't know.
Yeah. So I think it's a B- or a B or something like that. You will sometimes first pick this because the pack is weak, but I think that there's a lot of uncommons, common removal especially, that I'd first pick over it. So yeah, that's my philosophy. But I tend to be a little shy about splashing. So this card I hate. But I don't know what you guys think about it. Campaign of Vengeance, 3 white black enchantment. Whenever a creature you control attacks defending player, it loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. So what I see when I see this card is like, okay, I paid 5 mana for a Faltung Shriek.
Whoa.
Well, the game life is really relevant. Like,
Yeah.
This fact that draining life means like if I get to attack with 3 creatures twice, then I think I paid a fair price for this.
So how much do you need to gain for this card to be good?
6.
That's probably accurate. So how often are you going to be able to attack for six separate creatures or like, 6 times?
Once you get it going, it kind of like like the game ends up going longer.
It does snowball out of control. Well,
like it's not just like it's hard to just put a number and just be like, okay, if I gain 5 life and drain for 5, this is good, because it's like once you get to a certain point, it just goes up almost to infinity. Like you're just gonna keep draining. Like if you have a couple 1/1 flyers and your opponent doesn't have a way to deal with them, like
exactly,
it will drain you a lot in the games where like when you play this. But like I think that the minimum for me to be happy with this, like it has to gain me some amount of life when I play this, so that I don't die, right?
Yeah, well, if you play this and you're not attacking that turn, then
that's just so bad.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, let's think about this in terms of what limited resources calls quadrant theory. Like, when you're developing, this is horrible.
Right, it's 5 mana.
When you're at parity, this card can be good if you have some creatures that are evasive, right?
Even if it's not.
Even if they're not invasive, it's not that good. I mean, it's fine, but it's effectively an expensive Alms of the Vein.
Well, if the board just gets huge, final turn, attack with 5 creatures, drain for 5, like that could win. But I think people miss a lot is like the 5th quadrant, whatever, is just racing.
Yeah, racing. This is
because if you ignore racing, like you're missing a big part of like a lot of games.
I agree.
So this card is for racing. So it's for the black-white tokens, like with random that sorcery that makes 2/1 flyers, you gain 2 life.
Yep.
Like that kind of stuff. If you play this, your opponent doesn't have ways to deal with flyers, and you're draining for multiple life each turn. So your opponent takes like 4 and you gain 2. Yeah. Just from 2/1 flyers, like that's really hard to beat. So in that deck,
true, yeah.
I like this card.
How high are you picking it though? Do you consider this a signal for black white?
It's just no.
I don't even like see even if like I'm wondering if black white is open, like I don't think it's a signal for black white.
No, it's not. No, it's something you should pick up really late. Like just table it, and like if you end up in that deck, I think it can be good. But yeah, this is like for pack 2 once you've already like kind of set up in that archetype, and that archetype might not even be that great. So I see it as like a D+.
That's fair. I like that rating. Can be good with flyers, and when racing. I think that's fair. Okay, Gisa. How are you pronouncing Gisa? Is it Gisa or Gisa or Jizza or what do you call Gisa?
I think I say Jissa.
Jissa.
I say Gissa.
Gissa.
Yeah,
I could totally be wrong.
I
don't know. Draw.
We need a pronunciation guide.
Gerolf. I'm pretty sure.
That's easier. Yeah. All right. So 2 blue black for a 4/4 human wizard legendary. I'm already mostly in. Like that's pretty good stats especially for blue black. Yep. And then it says when it enters the battlefield, put the top 4 cards of your library into your graveyard.
I'm in for that too.
Yeah, that's good. And then during each of your turns, you may cast a zombie creature card from your graveyard. Holy shit!
Whoa.
Zombies for everyone.
Yep,
that's awesome.
Well, just you.
Just you. But this is good.
Or the zombies.
Caldinas, you think this card is underwhelming? What the fuck? This card is really good.
Don't like infinite zombies?
I mean, if it was if this was like a hit or myth, then maybe it's a myth. Like maybe this feels more like a rare than a mythic to me.
It does feel like a bad mythic, but it's a good legendary.
No, I agree. Whether it's mythic feeling, I guess, is a separate criteria, but it is very good. I still think it's a great card. Yeah. I don't know how. I don't think I'm taking a pack to pick one because it's just more.
Well, I would rate this probably higher than Bloodhall Priest in the abstract vacuum. I'm not even sure if that's possible, but like, what?
What are the good zombies again?
Are there good zombies, or what are they?
Yeah, what are like the best zombies that you kind of like die?
What are the best zombies? God,
Draenau, Cult, whatever that one that makes it 2/2. That one got a lot better with Emerge.
Let me pull up the
Corpse Trawler.
Draenau, we can look through them.
So I think that's a zombie, so you can like recast that guy and Emerge with it. That's pretty insane. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think this is slightly better. I have.
Oh,
I
by the way,